Now to the latest in the war in Iran. Reports out of Dubai indicate an Iranian drone hit the U.S. consulate, setting it on fire. We're told the compound had already been evacuated. Fox 4's Alex Boyer following the developments from our newsroom. Alex, what's the latest there?
Hey, that's right, Steve. You know, this is a very dangerous and fluid situation. Of course, Secretary of State Marco Rubio urging Americans to depart now, in his words, from several countries in the Middle East, but he acknowledges that there is no easy way out. Thousands of Americans have requested assistance, but charter and commercial flights keep getting disrupted by airspace closures. Now, I can tell you that a short time ago, we learned that the U.S. consulate in Dubai was reportedly hit by an Iranian drone, setting part of that building on fire. Now, these photos are being shared on social media. No words yet on any injuries. Now, the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait remains closed after smoke was seen rising from that building as well. Now, we are 4 days into that conflict with Iran. Now, today, President Donald Trump met with the Chancellor of Germany in the Oval Office. President Trump says that most of Iran's military installations have been knocked out. Israel, meanwhile, has stepped up airstrikes against Iranian missile launchers in factories today. So, in turn, Iran retaliated, disrupting energy supplies and travel. The president today also defended the attacks. We're also hearing pushback from the House Minority Leader.
The bad people, these are people that killed. I guess it's 35,000. It's coming out 35,000 over the last 3 weeks. Protesters, 35,000 violently killed. So these are bad people, and the leader of the pack is gone.
We should be spending taxpayer dollars to drive down the high cost of living, not funding Donald Trump's unlawful, unauthorized, and unconstitutional endless war, to use his terms, in the Middle East.
So yesterday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio indicated that the U.S. was following Israel's lead on the timing of those airstrikes. However, today, both he and the president said that this was not the case. The president saying that he may have forced Israel's hand instead. As of now, the U.S. government not paying to have American civilians evacuated from the region. But I can tell you that some veteran-led nonprofits are helping out. But on a recent post on X, the State Department also said that it has been in contact with nearly 3,000 Americans wanting to leave the region or seeking information about how to depart. Charter flights were being arranged from Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. In countries where airports or airspace has been closed, the department says that it is organizing land travel to countries where flights are available, including Egypt and Oman. All of this, of course, a very fluid situation, and we're going to continue to monitor the developments minute by minute.